No, you're the important you called up in a second.
Everybody can just squeeze in the back.
Well, good morning, everyone. I'm Tommy Wells, the Director of the Department of Energy and the Environment for Washington, D.C., and this is a very special day for many of us, especially those of us that are involved for the stewardship and participating in taking care of the Anacostia River. I'm very excited to be joined with our neighbors from around the river, and there's been leadership over the years, but this recommitment of coming together to show that the Anacostia River is a contributing asset for all of us is extremely important. I want to acknowledge my counterparts who are here today. We've got Lisa Felt, the Director of the Environment for Montgomery County, Adam Ortiz, Director of the Environment for Prince George's County, and it has been very important working together on behalf of the river, and we're able to get a lot more done. I want to also acknowledge Lori Arguelles, who has done a lot with the Alice Ferguson Foundation. Lori's right there, who really, as a thoughtful advocate with the Alice Ferguson Foundation, working on cleaning up our waterways and being sure that we're good stewards for cleaning up the Anacostia River. And with that, I would like to introduce our mayor here in Washington, D.C., someone who has really given me the charge to say, Tommy, we need to get the river cleaned up, work with our partners, let's get this done, and let's get this done as fast as possible. Mayor Muriel Bowser.
Thank you.
All right.
Thanks, Tommy. Well, good morning, everybody, and it brings me great pleasure to welcome my friends to the beautiful Anacostia River in Washington, D.C., and I'm always happy to share a podium with Ike Leggett from Montgomery County. Give County Executive a big round of applause. And Bruce Sharon Baker from Prince George's County. Please give the County Executive a big round of applause. We, of course, would also like to recognize our federal partners from the National Park Service, as well as the Environmental Protection Agency, who are so critical in our efforts to clean up the Anacostia River. So today, we are here to recommit and sign an accord, and the accord will signify our commitment in the District of Columbia, as well as our neighbors in Prince George's and Montgomery, to the Anacostia River watershed. Because to truly restore the river, because we want it to be swimmable, what else? Playable and fishable. Those are all good things for the river. And we know those are all good things for the people who are making their homes and creating businesses along our river as well. So together, we've come a long way. And I, too, would like to acknowledge the Alice Ferguson Foundation, who has been working with us for the last 10 years. For example, holding an annual Trash-Free Potomac Watershed Summit, bringing together some of the best minds around the region to explore causes and remedies for pollution to our rivers. So from this work, the Alice Ferguson Foundation first developed the Trash-Free Potomac Watershed Treaty, which serves as our blueprint for the Anacostia River Accord. And we know that we have seen our policies working. For example, since the district's bag law took effect, thank you, Tommy Wells, we've seen more than a 70% reduction in plastic bag litter in our waterways, and that is a wonderful reduction. And on January 1st, the district's foam ban took effect, and we think it will also significantly reduce one of the most prevalent pollutants in the Anacostia. But solving the trash problem isn't about policy, it's also about innovation. That's why DOEE installed the district's 8 trash traps this summer, just upstream in Ward 7. So collectively, these traps, along with our skimmer boat fleet and cleanup events and other innovative activities, we will capture over 3 million pounds of trash and debris every single year. And so we want to thank DOEE and all of our team and staff members at the department for their innovation and the hard work of getting these projects underway. And just this summer, we launched Dump Busters, and that's a pilot program to enhance our enforcement against illegal dumping through a partnership with MPD, DPW, DOT, DOEE, and the National Park Service and CXS. So through this pilot, we've targeted 10 illegal areas. And I can't tell you, and I'm sure that you have this experience as well in the counties, when we go out to certain hot spots and see dumping, and the neighbors are sick of it, we're sick of it, and we're going to work with our partners to send the very strong message that we're not going to allow it in the District of Columbia. MPD, I understand, has already caught one violator at these sites. So I am looking forward to signing this agreement, to also sharing with the county executives some of the things that we're doing here in Anacostia and getting to work. One last thing that I want to announce. I'm proud that this year DOEE will be funding a $400,000 Anacostia River and District Green Infrastructure Job Training Program right here. Building on its successful Green Zone Environmental Program, which is part of our summer youth program, this Green Workforce Development Initiative project will engage unemployed young adults in the Anacostia River cleanup efforts. Specifically, it will provide our young people ages 18 to 24 with meaningful job training experiences in the field. And we know this is and will be a growing job sector across our country and across our world. So with that, I want to introduce a friend. And everybody knows how fond I am of Montgomery County. I love Prince George's County too, but you know that Montgomery County gave me my start in local government, and I'll never forget it. And they are very lucky to have a fantastic leader in Ike Leggett.
Thank you. Thank you, Mayor. Thank you. Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here today with Mayor Bowser and my good friend, County Executive Baker, to sign this accord. Montgomery County is all in, and we believe in this, and we believe in it strongly. While we have made this work over the years a tremendous progress therein, there's still much work to be done. Today, I want to emphasize that Montgomery County is fully committed to this. In Montgomery County, we're working toward building a highly competitive economic base, at the same time taking the necessary steps to preserve and protect our natural resources as well. Our Department of Environmental Protection manages and ensures that the operation effectiveness of more than 9,000 stormwater management facilities and is also responsible for 3,700 of these facilities and maintenance as well. Our Green Streets projects, rain gardens, stormwater ponds, conservation gardens are just a few of the innovative practices we have implemented to help capture and remove litter from our waterways. The stormwater best management practice installed in just Montgomery County portion of the Anacostia has in fact captured more than 11,000 pounds of trash. While we learned that plastic bags have been a problem, we've taken steps to adjust that as well. Montgomery County implemented the carry-out bag law in 2012, which requires all retailers to charge 5 cents for paper and plastic in our county. It is important that we continue to operate efficiently on that program, and we're doing a great job with that as well. In 2015, Montgomery County enacted the styrofoam ban, which decreases waste and eliminates non-recyclables. Continuing our long-standing practices, we committed waste reduction in Montgomery County in 2012. I implemented a program that by 2020, Montgomery County will recycle 70% of our waste. We're expanding recycling programs in order to divert more material away from our waste stream. We're conducting street sweeping programs, targeted trash hotspots to keep our street streams and communities clean as well. We're conducting programs to raise public awareness as well. Lastly, I want to thank all of the community groups that have helped us to make all of this possible. Such groups as the Metropolitan Washington Council of Government, Anacostia Watershed Society, Trash Free Maryland, Anacostia River Keepers, and our local Montgomery County waste shed groups in the Anacostia. All of these have made it possible for us to achieve many of the goals that I've just described. I am proud that Montgomery County has been an active partner in the Anacostia Watershed Restoration Partnership, the Alice Ferguson Foundation, along with all the other partners as well. I'm pleased again to be here today to stand with my colleagues whose leadership and commitment to the environment is also making a difference in their respective jurisdiction. By working together, we are stronger in our environment is healthy. Today, as we sign the Anacostia River Accord, we acknowledge our commitment to continue our collaboration, work for each other, and to do our part to protect and preserve the Anacostia. Thank you so very much. I also want to acknowledge my good friend, a person who has taken a tremendous lead in Prince George's County, County Executive Sharon Baker. Please come forward.
Thank you, County Executive Leggett. It is always good to be with Mayor Bowser, who's doing a terrific job here in the District of Columbia. Can we give her a round of applause? And my good friend and former professor, County Executive Ike Leggett, who's shown true leadership, not only in the environment issue, but transportation issues. Can we give him a round of applause? This is I too want to acknowledge the person who's leading our effort in Prince George's County, and that's our Director of the Environment, Adam Ortiz, and his team, who are doing a great job. Can we give them a round of applause? Yeah. When I came into office, one of the things to make sure that we were serious and people knew we were serious about the green economy and the environment is we actually created the Department of Environment to focus on issues like what we're seeing right here in the Anacostia River. So he and his team have done a wonderful job. I also, live near the Anacostia River. So I live in Cheverly, and so up the river here in Bladensburg, that's the area where my children and I hang out, and my wife. So anytime they see that, they ask me questions about the Anacostia River, and when I became county executive, they said, "Daddy, can't you do something about cleaning that up?" And I said, "I sure can, and I'm going to have you help me." And so we actually, as a family, went out there and started picking up trash. And it's because we want everyone involved in this. So we in the county are very pleased to be a part of this. We have committed in Prince George's County to implementing new measures that will reduce the amount of litter reaching the Anacostia River by 170,628 pounds annually by the year 2019. Such measures include structural control for in-stream trash captive devices, as well as non-structural control like the establishment of Adopt a River program. The county has also implemented, and we're proud to have rolled out, our new Litter Track, a mobile app that will be used in Prince George's County agencies that will involve the removal of litter and illegal dumping throughout Prince George's County. Litter Track will also serve as a tracking tool to aid the county staff in collecting data on removing litter and the amount of bags of litter that is collected and removed from various locations in the county. I'm pleased to be here to sign this agreement. I also want to thank our partners. Like everyone else, Allison Ferguson Foundation has been a gem for us in the county and a true partner in making sure the Anacostia River is clean. So I want to thank them for their work. Lastly, before I step away, both County Executive Leggett and Mayor Bowser talked about the bag collection and the bag fee that's in the District of Columbia. We in Prince George's County tried to implement the same measure. I think it is necessary, and it's one that we're committed to supporting. I hope, County Executive Leggett, this is something we'll see as statewide. So not only here in our region, but also throughout the state. So I want to thank them for their leadership, and we're glad to be here. Thank you.
Thanks, man. Thank you.
So thank you. The trash track, is that what that's called? Litter track?
Litter Track.
That's sharing of ideas is what we do together. So we could not do this without our federal partners. Where we're standing now is at the we're on National Park Service land, which is a great partner with the District of Columbia, and they host us at the Aquatic Resources Education Center. That's the District of Columbia, but that's the kind of partnership that helps take stewardship for the river. And then also the EPA. The EPA obviously is a great partner in being sure that we make the goals that we need in order to clean up the river. And on behalf of both, we've got Cecil Rodriguez, the Deputy Regional Administration of the U.S. Environmental Protection Agency, Region 3, Mid-Atlantic, and Ann Honius, the Acting Superintendent of National Capital Parks, East National Park Service. Welcome to the podium.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you for inviting us to this event. I'm excited to join all of you today to while you renew your continued commitment to rid the Anacostia River of debris and trash along its waterways. Plastics and other debris in the aquatic environment are of increasing concern because of their persistence and effect on the human health and the environment. We applaud your tenacity and the watershed approach regarding this concern. You are a great example of how certain actions can have a huge impact, such as the installation of the numerous trash traps in Washington, D.C., the 5% plastic and paper bag tax in Montgomery County, and the Clean Sweep Community Cleanup Initiative in Prince George's County. I had the pleasure of attending a ribbon cutting ceremony at the Nash Run to celebrate the opening of a trash trap and a stream bed restoration, and saw the real impact that this has not only on the river but on the communities and the residences that live around it. And we should be really proud of the work that the district has done and that the other counties are going to be doing in the future. You have come a long way since the signing of the 2005 Potomac River Watershed Trash Treaty, and we look forward to seeing the great strides that you make in the future. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you, everyone, and welcome to Anacostia Park today. Today we stand together on the banks of the river that flows through the heart of our nation's capital to show our support for the Anacostia River Accord and our commitment to the future of the Anacostia. We envision the Anacostia River as a source of economic, health, and environmental benefits, as well as a cornerstone of community pride. Through partnerships at the local and national level, we are protecting the quality and resiliency of this ecosystem and connecting more people with incredible places right in their communities. We want students in the nearby schools to use the park as an outdoor classroom, focusing their attention on conservation and the STEM disciplines of science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. We want them to learn of the 43 species of fish and some 200 species of birds that call this watershed home. And we want to empower them and their families to get involved in restoring this river. From Nature Fest spring break camps at Kenilworth Park and Aquatic Garden to trash pickups here in the lower portion of Anacostia Park, we are working with partners and communities to clean up this river and getting youth outside to inspire a new generation to enjoy and take care of their public lands and waters. Just yesterday, students from St. Francis Xavier Academy picked up their Every Kid in a Park passes here and also got the opportunity to step into a boat and learn about the social and environmental issues facing the river that they were on. Together, we are connecting more people to the river through efforts like the 11th Street Bridge Park, the Anacostia River Walk Trail, and the Anacostia Waterfront Trail, and through annual events including the Anacostia River Festival and the Lotus and Water Lily Festival in the park. We look forward to many more opportunities to help people enjoy the river and these lands. This is their neighborhood national park, and we are committed to continuing to work with all of you and many of our other partners, volunteers, and neighbors, many who I see here today. Together, we will make Anacostia Park a model urban green space for the nation, and the Anacostia River a source of pride and inspiration for our communities. Thank you.
And now for the big event, I want to invite our representatives, the mayor, the county executives, to join us at the table for the signing of the accord.
I'm signing last with the Bowser
Now, if our leaders will join me back at the podium for any on-topic questions regarding the river and our commitment to clean it up.
Okay. Tommy?
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Folks who rely on food from Anacostia River, for example, fishers. How do you educate them in this process of educating them on not eating the fish from the river?
If the mayor doesn't mind, let me say that part of the job of the Department of Energy and the Environment is to provide the fish advisories. We test the fish to see to what level they have any contamination. And it's good to report that the fish are getting healthier, that there's not an absolute ban on catfish and other fishes that you can catch here. There's a fish advisory. First, we want to note that we have on our fishing licenses the most inexpensive fishing license in America. It's the best deal you can have. And on the fishing license, it has the fish advisory of how many fish you should be able to eat and can eat safely per month or per week, and also depending on children and elderly. It's a fish advisory. And frankly, there's a fish advisory on fish that come out of the ocean. So we're the same as that. And so we also put out a public notice on the fish advisory, and it's on our website. Fish advisory is really part of the job that we do. But we don't want to discourage people from fishing. We've got a great fishery here. We restored the shad on the Potomac River, and you're not completely banned from eating fish. You can healthily eat fish from the river.
You want to talk about the omnibus?
And let me add that one of the initiatives or fresh starts is that we have an omnibus fisheries bill that a lot of people don't look at Washington, D.C. as an urban center and say, what a great fishery we have here. And so we have an omnibus fisheries bill that really does, it empowers the district to enforce the laws and the creel limits, that if you're a fisher person that you know what that means. It embraces fishing our invasive species, like the snakehead fish, which is a good tasting fish. I can vouch for that. But we want people to fish it out of the river. And then also tournaments and other things that we do, like any other state in the union, that we have a thriving fisheries here in the District of Columbia, and we have a fisheries bill that's working its way and that the council will soon be taking a vote on.
Right. I asked Tommy to mention our omnibus fisheries bill because last year I asked all of the directors to give me very important pieces of legislation that I could move as part of my first legislative agenda. And the council is wrapping up its session at the end of the year. And one of the ones that came out of DDOE was a comprehensive look at fishing in the district and how we can improve the environment around fisheries. And so that's what the omnibus does. And so I know the council, we have a hearing date, and we're going to encourage them to get it done before the end of the year. So thank you very much for your questions.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And let me say that for a lot of folks that are here today, we've got free riverboat tours going on with the Anacostia River Keeper and the Anacostia Watershed Society. So if you want to take a tour of the river, we have that. And meanwhile, we're going to go up and take a tour of the AREC. Thank you, everybody.
We now return to our previously scheduled program, already in progress.
Well, good morning, everyone. I'm Tommy Wells, the Director of the Department of Energy and the Environment for Washington, D.C. And Lisa behind us, too.
No, you're the important to be called up in a second.
Everybody just squeeze in the back.
Well, good morning, everyone. I'm Tommy. Well, good morning, everyone. I'm Tommy.
We now return to our previously scheduled program, already in progress.
And so that's what the omnibus did.
And let me say that